Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. We're back on the '69 Chevy van, and we're waiting on the gas tank. And I was gonna go ahead and start the body work on this, but I just got a hair up my ass trying to do some stuff on this, so I figure we'll start this video. Okay, it had a bracket here. Didn't know what it was until this seat did not move. It was over there, and it's on a bracket. So it was mounted in there, and then there was one here that's missing. So we're taking this one out, leaving it out. So I unbolted this, and see the holes for it there, and took off this bracket. Okay, I wanted to get this video going before I remove a lot of stuff. Yeah, it looked like it was an old utility van. You can see weld marks for shelves on those posts there. So anyway, we got them seats out. Last video we got the engine cover on, but I'm missing the rod that goes from here to here. So I just hooked up a little strap right there. So it fits pretty good, got it insulated. This was mounted here for a factory seat. We don't have the factory seat, and that factory seat is shitty and probably very uncomfortable. So we're doing away with the seats. Factory seats. Now, I had a set of seats I took off a Nissan Xterra. They've been sitting outside for about a year, and I just brought them over here, and they were sitting down here. They're all moldy and everything, but I just took the pressure washer to it. They cleaned up pretty good. I fit the passenger seat in here. It fits pretty good. Actually, this bolt here lined up. The other bolt will go in here, and the other one will be in here somewhere. And then I'll have to use make a little plate extension for back here. It's real close to the door, but the door opens and closes. So, cleaning up all this with a wire brush. I'm going to pour 15 all this area and that area. This will need a little patch. We'll do that later. There needs a little patch over on that side too. So, oh yeah, I didn't show this. I cleaned up this with a wire brush and a scraper and pour 15'd it. There is a little screw hole there. We'll probably weld that up. We're going to weld up all the holes in here, guys. And this episode we'll probably do the roof as well. Let's get a bunch of holes for a roof rack or something that was up there. Well, we'll see if we can get to that on this video, because we got the gas tank to do. Don't know how big of an ordeal that's going to be. But anyway, yeah, I started with the 415 here. We'll eventually do the whole floor. I need to get some more. I don't have enough to do the whole thing. Found the mirror that was tucked underneath that back seat, but it's busted. I kind of like these mirrors. See, this one here is pretty good. I kind of like the style of them. And see, this is busted. So, unless I get a piece to fit this, it's not broke or nothing, no. Anyway, I'll save that. Yeah, we're going to weld up all these holes. All the holes, top and bottom, we're going to weld them up. I don't know what this was for, but we're going to take them off. Don't know what's in behind here. It's a little one on that side, but no access to it. I don't know what's in there. Strange, no electrical or nothing showing. Well, battery box is there. One video, a guy made his electrical panel right here. Well, he had a custom van with electric lights and shit everywhere. That's probably what I'll do here. Put a little electrical panel box right there for whatever I put in here, lights and stereo and all the extra stuff, because the fuse block is very minimal and it's rusty. We have to take that apart and clean it, or get a new one and redo it eventually, because it's leaking in this pillar here, and the box is right there. But it starts. I just don't know if I need lights or anything works in it. But yeah, you can't really add anything to that. So anything we add electric will be into that fuse block, and we got right next to the battery box, so we just run a power, make a fuse panel, and then hook in whatever, radios, CBs, lights, all kinds of goodies if we get that far. Yeah, this seat is very shot. The Nissan Xterra, I'll show you later. It's got the built-in half seat belt in the seats, see? But I don't know if that's going to be strong enough. It's got the deal with the shoulder belt from here, and that's what I did with the Nomad. I took them seats out of a Ford Explorer, and then I used the seat belts and welding up into the pillar, so you can get your seat belt, plug it in. That's probably what I'll do to this. May have to reinforce that, but I know it's not required, you know, because it would just be a lap belt. Yeah, I didn't think this had seat belts, but it's got a little lap belt. But yeah, they didn't have the shoulder belts or nothing back then. But yeah, this thing is a death trap. Not it was a death trap when it was brand new, because you got very little room. There's no crumple zone. Your legs are the first to go, see? And yeah, you're just, and your head whipping around with no lap belt. You're just going to be, your neck's going to go that way, this way in the steering wheel. It's just going to be a big mess. And a lot of people were, oh, make a hot rod van out of it. Make a V8, wide tires and all that. Well, this is not a car you want to drive fast, whether you're drag racing or just racing on the street. You wipe out, hit a wall at the drag strip, or you know, racing on the street, get in the ditch and hit a tree. You're dead. You're dead. You got inches before that front to your feet. It's a death trap. So there's no use having this as a hot rod. You hit anything, a car, tree, guardrail, anything like that, you're dead. 90% chance you're dead in it. So why make it a hot rod? You know, maybe just for looks. But if you're going to make it a hot rod, you know, you're going to be tempted to drive it fast or whatever. But yeah, it's just going to keep the little six in it with the, rather have a power glide, but the standard seems to be okay. It's just that if you're cruising, you know, road trip, you don't want to be constantly shifting. You want to use your other arm for, you know, drinking or smoking or fondling your old lady or whatever, but you don't want to be shifting all the time. It's a pain in the ass. So yeah, so that's that. Side pipes, yeah, they would look good on this. They look really good on vans, but it's a straight 6 with single exhaust. If it's a V8, yeah, you run the side pipes like I did on the Nomad there. But, and again, it's got brand new exhaust all the way back. So, no side pipes, guys. Plus, they went up way up in price. We're like $300 now. Okay, so I like doing stuff for free. These seats are free. Tires were free, rims. I haven't seen the new video yet, so I don't know what you guys think about these wheels, but they're on there for now. Let's see. Yeah, we got a little bit of work to do on the motor. We got to unclog this piece of wood that somebody jammed in here. We may have to take the water pump off to do that. That's a water pump. There's thermostat and housing. We need new radiator hoses. Other than that, I think that's all we need mechanically. She starts right up, runs great. We just got to get the noise down. We'll try it with this on there. And yeah, this barely fits. The seat's right here, but it fits. So I think those seats are a very good fit for this. And they're in good shape, and the color's neutral. You know, it's not some wild color. Okay, so I think that's all I want to go over for now. I'm just going to probably pour 15 all this and get them situated in there tomorrow. It's almost dark now, but gotta wait for them to dry tomorrow and get them seats in there, and I think they'll be a big improvement. Okay, so yeah, I may stop on this after that and start on the body work on the IROC, but we'll see. Or because I'm gotta wait for that gas tank. Okay, so okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay guys, next day. Got the passenger side in there. They drill a hole through there, and this one here was lined up. Put that one in. Then this one I put a little rubber radiator type thing underneath there, and just this little bar tacked it on there. I could build a better bracket, but that's good enough for now. She's pretty tight against the door. The door hits it, but it closes. Okay, so, and then the engine cover's pretty tight. It rubs. You just got to push this like that to close the engine cover, but it'll close. Okay, I just took off the driver's seat. That's it here. It's just a mangled piece of garbage. Yeah, it was broken. It was broken from here, and it's junk. Okay, but then I noticed this. This is the shock mount. It's got some holes blowed through there. I don't know how good you can see, but there's a mount with a bolt through it to take the shock off. The bolt goes from one end to the other. The other side doesn't have this, so this either broke. I don't think it rusted. There's no rust there. It must have just stress cracked and broke off. So it's not supposed to have these bolts there. So somebody made up this plate and bolted what was left of the shock mount to this, but it's all, I don't know if I could jack it up and that would come flush. But that needs to be all welded up. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to mount the seat in. So the original seat mounted here, 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 and here. We'll see where it lines up. I don't know if the driver's side is going to be a little bit wider than the passenger side, but I sat in it and it seems pretty good. But I got to have this one here so it works. That one might be a little bit bound up. I don't know if it'll go forward or backwards because of the track after I tightened everything down, but it doesn't need to. But the driver's side does, so we got to make sure that this is really flush, even though one side is higher than the other. We'll have to do some shims and stuff and get it nice and flat so we can move it backwards and forwards. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. Yeah, I want to be able to take it out easily and fix that shock mount later. So just been lubing it all up. Got a little rusty from sitting outside, but got this deal here. Opens up the tracks. So that is all the way back. I'm gonna mount that in there backwards a little bit, and then we should be able to go forwards with it. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, got this side in. Yeah, there is more room from here to here on driver's side than there is passenger. I'm pretty sure that passenger must have just a little smaller seat there for little jump seat, because the other side, the seat comes out about here. But anyway, got her bolted in there. Make a little bracket for that. Put my phone up here. But yeah, she slides forwards and backwards. There's all the way back, all the way forward. So yeah, that'll work. And I believe these, yeah, they do. These seats fold all the way back. That's what I like about modern buckets. When I take a little nap or something, they'll fold straight back. Okay. Yeah, pretty happy with them. Vast improvement. And yeah, it clears the engine cover. It's just a little tight there. And like I said, you got to push that, but it's good. I'll show you on that. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, I'll have to do something with the seat belts later. I don't feel like doing them now. Got seats in it. She's ready to go cruising. We'll have to pull that one out and weld up that shock tower thing. Shock brace. But anyway, that's it for that. Just waiting on the gas tank. So I'll be back. Okay guys, just in time. It came in the mail. It's the aftermarket aluminum gas tank. $109. You have to watch the last video where I went over everything. Original gas tank was missing. Had a gas tank sitting in here. Took it apart. Good shape, but it wasn't for this van. No way I could make it work. So I ordered a custom aluminum one, and you can get these. If you go on eBay and just put in aluminum gas tank, 1,000 of them will pop up. You get them in all shapes, sizes, capacities. So what I wanted was put the gas in here on the end. So when we put it in, we're going to make a cover right here, just like I did on the Nomad. So yeah, you'll have to open the doors up, open that up to put gas in it. Unless I make a custom nozzle to go here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, the only thing we'll have to wait on is I ordered some fittings. These are 8 ANs. We'll probably have to take this off because one's going to be a vent, one's going to be for the gas, one's going to be a return. We need to know which one is for the gas line to the engine. I ordered a little 90-degree deal. On the Nomad, I cut another hole. I used the whole fuel pump assembly, the electric fuel pump assembly from the Silverado truck, and I cut a hole and mounted in there. So I used all the lines and electric and everything from the truck. So I didn't use anything for this. I just capped these off. I actually bought some real caps instead of these little things here. I don't know if they'll, just to keep the dust out or something. But we're not using that for this, so that's why I had to order the fittings, and they're not here. But we can get it up there and fit. We're gonna have to keep it I think I used some of this styrofoam on the Nomad, and I had it about like that, you know, on, this is the packing that came in. I think I had it something like that, and then I snugged it up. I made custom brackets and everything and snugged it up so, you know, this doesn't hit the bottom of the floor. So I think I did buy a 90 degree for the Nomad, but it came up too high. It came up like about this high. And what I ended up doing, because I wanted to be able to transfer gas from the stock tank into this tank, and I ended up drilling a hole in the side here and got a fitting, and then run a line and a little fuel pump to the factory tank, so it went in. And I was going to use one of these, but like I said, it stuck up too high. That's the problem I think I'm going to have with this. But we're going to have to probably get this up higher, is what I'm saying. I don't know how high yet, because I don't have them. They were actually supposed to come today, and according to the online, when you click tracking, it says that held at the post office by customers' orders. So I didn't order them to hold them at the post office, so I don't know what the hell that is. And it's too late. Post office closes early today. They close at 2:30 or 3, and it's already 6:30. So anyway, we may have to, if I don't have enough of these, I probably got some more, and we're gonna have to, we're gonna get it up underneath here, use the straps, see how snug they are, see what we need to make it work. Once we get it in position, then we can cut a hole in here and make a lid. This is the sender here. That's the ground. That's for the sender. We got those 2 wires connect to. Okay, well, let me clean this up a little bit, back it up on the ramps, and we'll get underneath there. And okay, guys, this is what we're going to build. This is a little flap for the Nomad. That's where I put in gas there. So we're going to do a little something like that to the van. Okay, guys, this is what I come up with so far. I got the same amount of styrofoam. These I found, these are the ones I was going to use for the Nomad, but didn't. These are what I actually ordered that are at the post office for some strange reason. But anyway, I had 2 more. We're just going to leave that over there. That's got a ball in there. It's the rollover vent in case it rolls over. But this is the vent. This is kind of hard to get on, but I got it on there. That's the fuel line. So we're going to stick it up there and see what the distance is, see if the straps will fit underneath. Probably use some type of rubber or duct tape around the straps. I'm going to straighten them out some more. But we'll just set it up there and see if it fits. And I'll be back. Okay, guys. I was afraid of this problem. See this tailpipe? It's supposed to be over here. Here's the old hanger. So whoever put new exhaust on did it with the gas tank out, obviously, because the gas tank should be, see the frame rail here should be about an inch or 2 from it. And this side I got it pushed right against it. So we're not going to be able to get the bolts for the bumper brackets, but yeah, I think you can get at these bolts right here. Damn mosquitoes. But anyway, I think that may work. I'm going to straighten these brackets out, and that goes right up there. I think it may work. I'll put some type of rubber around the edges and see how it'll fit. See if I can tell where that that gas tank should be, right in here somewhere. See if we can figure out exactly where it is so we can cut a hole. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Just got back from getting some gas. Not quite ready for gas yet, but will be by the end of the day. Me and Nikki went for a ride, didn't we, Nikki? Went for a ride in the truck, didn't we? She knows the word ride. Loves going for a ride. Anyway, show you what I got going here. Getting a late start in the day. It's going to be 90 degrees, hot, sunny, bright and sunny. That's kind of where I got the deal. I need to cut out and make a little flap. So far, I may change it. Okay. These I put, it's pretty tight on the edges, just not here. I'm thinking about using ratchet straps, but I'm not sure yet. And I kind of got it centered. I think I'd rather have it against one side or the other and put something to block it. See, we got this much space here. Probably best to have it against here. Yeah, these are tightened all the way up. See, it's not gonna work unless I thicken this up or modify the strap somehow. But I guess mess with that. This tailpipe, like I said, it's right against it. I'm gonna take this mount off and move it over. Hopefully I don't have to cut the whole exhaust system to get it over to where it's supposed to be, over here. Well, it's supposed to have a curve, I guess. It can't come all the way here, or else it'd hit the shock. It's supposed to probably curve here and then come straight. Then I gotta drop it down, and this is the sending unit wire. Put an end on that and make a ground. It's actually right here. I can actually feel it with my hand right up in here. So we'll have to do that. But yeah, let me see if I can move this exhaust over just a little bit. I don't want it against the tank, heating the tank up. So let me mess around with that, and I'll be back. And then we'll cut open the little flap and then put some gas in it. Well, we got to hook up the gas line. The gas line is here. We'll hook that into the steel line. I'll have to bend that around, put it up here somewhere. And then this other one, where is the other one? Right here. This is just going to be the vent. I'm just going to stick a gas filter on there and stick it up there. And that'll just be the vent. Just so it doesn't explode from heating up and expanding. So anyway, I'll be back when I get some of that done. I'll show you how I'm doing it. Okay, guys. Here's the hole I cut for the gas. Probably should have went up a little bit higher, but I was kind of guessing. So anyway, we're going to put a little hinge on that. Going to weld the little metal tab underneath here so it doesn't fall through. And yeah, that's it. And you can just do it like that. Put in your gas nozzle. Okay, I did some ratchet straps, and they work really good. They actually went in the hole where the hole below where the original straps went in, so it's in there really good. and then right up here on this bracket. So tighten them up, and I think that would be fine. But since I had the factory straps, I just kind of stuck them in there, and it's really tight against the ratchets there, so it's in there. It ain't going nowhere. This gas line was clogged up. I had to blow through it both ends a few times. Then the air blower in there and tap around, and finally whatever was in there, must have been a dirt dauber, broke loose. So it's completely clean now. So this goes into the gas line from the tank. Then I use this as a vent, just a gas filter there. I'll have to keep an eye on that, make sure it doesn't overflow and leak or anything, but it should be all right. And move this tailpipe. It was over here. I moved the hanger over here, but I couldn't go too far because it was just about to hit this, and you don't want this to be banging around making noise. So I couldn't undo that hanger there and move the whole thing over, but this would be in the way right here. You couldn't lower it too much, so it has to be redone. You know, I don't know if I can redo it or not. I'd probably have to cut it right there and then redo it. But anyway, that's as far as I could get it away from the tank. I don't know if it's going to heat up that tank or not. I mean, I could wrap this up, but for now, it's good enough for now. Driving around the yard, if I ever went on a long trip or something, I would redo this thing, cut this. It kind of needs to go like this and then over and out like this, over even with the frame rail, so it needs a little curve or something. But anyway, got the sender units right here, and I got it where you can disconnect it right there, and then the ground is right here. I made the red ground. I didn't have any black handy. Yeah, you can see where that strap is right there. It is tight. It ain't going nowhere. So yeah, I'll put some duct tape or something with this. I just wanted to kind of leave it a little accessible, you know, see if the gas gauge will work and all that stuff. Make sure it's grounded good. But yeah, basically I'll just get that lid done and pour some gas in it. Well, I have to hook up a rubber line to the fuel pump. I don't know if you can see. This is the line here. That's the steel line. So all we need is a line from there to there. That's it. And then we can do away with the gas jug and everything. Okay, let me do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, she works good. Put a little black paint over that, welded it up. Put in about 5 or 6 gallons. Started it up, stayed running for a minute or so. I pulled it off the ramps. Started putting water in it. And look at this. There's a stream of water right there. And I can't see what the hell that is. It's between the intake and exhaust manifold. And I have no idea what it is. Unless it's a temperature sensor or something in there, but yeah, it's just filling up the water, steadily streaming out. So that's what that steam was over here. I have to get a mirror or something and stick over here and see if I can see what that is. But anyway, I guess filling it up right now is not going to work, but we want to check. Well, let me close all the doors and we'll close this, and it still stays in high idle for a while, guys. It'll eventually go down, but yeah, I want to close the lid and see how quiet it is. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I took a razor blade here to the front windshield. There was a bunch of white paint overspray over here on the outside. I scraped all that. Of course, I knew this is just baked from the old windshield, probably the original one. But anyway, that's as clean as I can get it. I didn't do that side over there. But yeah, it looks pretty good other than here. I just rather not buy a windshield for it. I don't know if one's going to be available. Just wipe this down so you can see a little bit better. Mileage reads 05451. So 105, 205, 305, who knows. Okay, so this will be the first time I start it up with the engine cover clamped down. We'll see what it sounds like. The whole van vibrates. Yeah, it kind of stops. We'll have to do something about them brakes. But yeah, it's got a whole tinny sound. All the doors are rattling. They all need the weather strip seals. Definitely a lot quieter though, with that engine cover on there. Not bad steering, can steer it with one hand. Yeah, it kind of stops. Yeah, the whole, it's all this metal. No wonder why he screwed these braces up there to the roof. He's trying to get rid of all that tinny sound. Yeah, she's hear it? Right there too. See, it's all, it must be these braces. Yeah, I see all them braces coming apart there. It's all caulking. That's what he should have done up here. We're gonna get to that. Grind off all them screws. See all these screws? We're gonna get that on a video coming up because it's leaking. Got all these holes here for a roof rack. tinny. So we're gonna have to grind all them down, weld them up, get caulking. I'll have to order some seam sealers, caulking stuff, and just caulk it all in there. You can see it here, see the caulking. Just gonna have to be probably a lot of tubes, probably about 10 tubes of caulking. Try to get rid of that tinny sound, and then it's just these doors, and you know, all the seals are shot. But yeah, it wouldn't be very nice to ride in, I don't think, on the road with all that sound. Oh, this crap here. If I didn't mention the gas gauge does not work. I don't know why, but I don't expect. Generator light comes on, brake light comes on, but I haven't checked anything else. Mainly because that fuse block needs to be gone through. See if the headlights work. No. Well, I'm happy with the gas tank, and I'm happy with my free seats. Free seats and a $109 gas tank, and we're all set. Drivability wise and comfort wise. So, oh, and free rims and tires from last video. So it's getting there, guys. I think we'll end the video on that. I think the next few videos are gonna be on the IROC Z. I'm gonna go ahead and do the body work, prep, prime, paint, decals, all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. And then I think I'll have to figure out where that water's coming from. But we need to go through the engine. I need to take that water pump off and get that piece of wood or something that's jammed in there out. And the only way to do that is to pull the water pump, because you can't force it in there, try to bang it out, because then it's going to go right into the propellers of the water pump and screw it up. So I got to take that off. Not a big deal. There's only an alternator on there. Loosen that, take the belt off, take the fan off, and the water pump bolts. I believe the radiator hoses are available, but some for like I looked it up on eBay. They were available. Some of them looked like mine. I couldn't remember what the bottom one looked like. Some of them say for AutoZone, you look it up. Some of it looks like the top hose, and then the one below it says Flexi hose. So I'm gonna go to AutoZone. You know, that'll be a couple of day ordeal to get all that situated. Order them. None of them are available. They don't have any of them in stock. Get them in and make sure they fit. If not, order some more. That type of deal. So it's going to be an ordeal getting that together, but we'll try to, and I'll try to find out where that water leak's coming from. So next video, I think we'll do that. At least get all that stuff fixed mechanically. The oil looked really good, like somebody did an oil change to it, but the filter doesn't look new. Probably get oil filter, do that. Mechanically stuff to the engine. I meant to check the rear end fluid while I was under there. But yeah, we're gonna check the rear end fluid, cooling system, radiator hoses. The belt's starting to come apart a little bit, so it just takes one belt. So we'll go ahead and get the fan belt. We'll have to go around the brakes and see why it goes to the floor. So yeah, I think we'll probably do that next video, guys. The mechanical stuff, get it all ready, and then we'll start on tons of other stuff on this to get it get her all ready. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, there's tons of those gas tanks. I'm gonna stand over here because the music. Tons of those gas tanks. If you ever need a gas tank, go on eBay, just put in aluminum radiator and they'll all pop up. And once you start clicking on them, then more will come up. All different sizes, all the way from 1 gallon to 20 something gallons, all that stuff. So I like them. I've already bought a couple of them, probably from different suppliers, but I like them. So yeah, that's a solution. If there's just one seller on there selling a factory tank and wants $400, you can give them the middle finger and go and buy an aftermarket one for $100. You know, those people just screw themselves by charging that. So, you know, and they're probably from China too, the factory tank. So, you know, get it down to 100, 150, and I'll buy it. But not 400. That's just dumb. We got $300 more to spend on this instead of spending 400 and something on a gas tank. So anyway, I'm happy with it so far. Nice seats, gas tank running on its own. Tons more stuff to do. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hit the subscribe button's free, doesn't cost anything. And like, comment, share, all that stuff. And we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.